Welcome back to everyone's favorite Novi podcast, Now You Novi. Hello, Director Jeff Muck of Parks and Recreation.
Hello, Cheryl.
You know, you haven't listened or watched because we're going to try that again. The guests need to say it with me. You ready? Now You Novi. Jeff, come on.
Okay.
Ready? You ready? I said we have to bring personality to the show. Come on, bring your A game. Do I have to get out the gift of you dancing? Ready? Ready?
Ready.
Now
You Novi.
There you go. Welcome. How are you?
Very good.
You know, we've been chatting. I've had Jeff Herzig on several times. Damon and I chatted about, like, it's almost spring, and we couldn't believe we were talking about road construction already. Like, it seemed to start so early this year. And when I was thinking about guests, I'm like, my gosh, Parks is busy already. It's March, but Parks is like, not that you sit during the winter, I'm not going to say that, but it just seems like once spring hits, sports are in full swing, no pun intended, but yeah, just things really, really heat up for you guys. And I think you're kind of feeling it early too, with like the demand for people wanting to get outside, and you guys are busy.
Well, it's middle of March. I'm sitting here in a short sleeve polo shirt.
Right.
Our tennis court nets are up. Our pickleball court nets are up. I think this is the earliest time I've seen it in my 10 years here. So
right. I mean, like a couple weeks ago, February, like we were in 60, 70 degree weather, which is just, I mean, is super exciting for recreation in and of itself. But people are just antsy. I'm not going to say winter was bad because it wasn't. It was cold, but like people just want to get back outside and get engaged and involved, and our parks are a main avenue for them to do that. You mentioned pickleball, which is a great segue and lead into. We're going to talk about some great initiatives that our parks team is working on and what's going to happen in 2024. Let's talk about pickleball courts.
Yeah, it's going to be a great summer. We got a lot of construction projects. We're going to kick off with installing 4 pickleball courts at Meadowbrook Commons. And
Four new. So these are additional.
Brand new to service the east side of the community. We also think that that's going to be really attractive for the residents and future residents of Meadowbrook Commons.
And if you aren't a pickleballer, is that what they're called? Pickleballer, pickler?
Yep.
Or if you aren't a pickler, let's say pickler. I'd like pickler. If you're not a pickler, pickle baller, it is like the fastest growing sport, right?
It's incredibly growing.
And the demand or use of the facilities that we already have is just through the roof.
Well, put it this way, Cheryl. When we opened the 4 new ones at at Wildlife Woods a couple of years ago, literally the day we opened them, I was out there and we had people asking, when are you going to build more?
See, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So that was a couple of years ago. So we have 4 right now at Wildlife Woods, right?
Right.
So which is, for lack of better terms, the western side of the city. These 4 new at Meadowbrook Commons. There's more construction, though. Once these 4 are built, what's the plan?
Sure. After these are done, we'll take a few weeks off, and then we're going to start constructing 4 new ones at Wildlife Woods.
So Wildlife Woods going to have 8?
8.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
So we'll have a total of 12 permanent pickleball courts in the city, and then we also still run a couple of temporary ones at ITC.
Okay.
But I don't think it's still going to meet the demand. Trust me.
Really?
There's still going to be people wanting more. Yeah.
Okay.
And because it's so popular and it's all ages are playing it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. More construction. Lakeshore Park is under construction now or going to go. And people are like, wait a minute, Lakeshore Park that was under construction. This is all part of the plans. The funding wasn't there, et cetera. But we knew this was coming, that the demand for, when I say construction, it's parking lot, right?
Parking lot, yep. So you may remember we redid the park, put up a beautiful new building,
How long
holds
has
our
it been?
camp.
3-4 years?
Coming right out of COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So good 3 years ago,
yeah.
right?
And then last year we opened that brand new tunnel, which got amazing response. People love that. It's such a great safety feature too. And now the next phase is we need to redo the back of the main parking lot, and that's where the trailhead is for all of you mountain bikers and walkers. So redoing that area completely, adding a few more spots to serve the shelter and the playground back there, as well as trails, because the trails are in such high demand as well.
So that's what I was going to ask you. It's not just redoing it, it's actually adding more spots, making it more accessible to the users.
Absolutely.
Right? So another enhancement up in that park. That should be done
That's
late
a
spring?
really quick project. We're
Okay.
talking May 1st, about 2-week project, done well before Memorial Day, because
Okay.
Memorial Day is really what we look at as go time in Parks and Rec. That Memorial Day to Labor Day, that's when everybody's outside.
See, God, you're just like giving me the softball. So Memorial Day is a big day at Lakeshore Park, well, Memorial Weekend, because the beach reopens.
Yep.
So the tunnel you just mentioned, the beach access will reopen, and another big weekend because we're hoping to open.
Jessica's Splash Pad.
Yeah, and where's that located?
Jessica's Splash Pad's at the corner of 11 Mile and Beck, and that's in our Bosco Fields Park.
Okay, and the splash pad was made possible through generous donations by the Novi Parks Foundation, their fundraising efforts, the Star family, etc., to create this water, it's, I guess, multi-use water feature type park right there, like you said, at the corner of Beck and 11 Mile. Open all 7 days a week. What times?
Memorial Day to Labor Day, same hours as our beach.
Okay,
10
so
to 8. 10 to 8. Yep.
10 to 8. And along with that splash pad, there's going to be restrooms, changing areas,
Shower.
etc. So a great new addition to our parks offerings and city residents here of all
It's
ages.
open to all ages, all abilities. And when we started talking about this with the Star family, and maybe I can do a little bit of back history
Please.
of why is it named Jessica's Splash Pad? It's because it's being built in memory of Jessica Starr, who was a Fox 2 meteorologist. Some of you
and Novi resident.
and Novi resident. Yeah, thank you. So her family came to us and they wanted to do something in her memory and her honor. And so when you go out to the splash pad, you're going to see these vibrant weather themed features, and her family was really adamant that they want this to be a place of joy and celebration and happiness. So that's why the color schemes were picked by her children and the family. And it's just going to be a great place for grandparents to take grandkids. Just everybody can use it.
So that's super exciting. So we're looking to open that, crossing our fingers, everything's on schedule, waiting for a few utility companies, I believe.
A few utilities, some permits.
And to make everything a go. Another new, I guess fairly new, to wrap this up, when you talk about the complement of parks that we have, Novi Northwest Park.
Yes.
It's new, right?
Yes, this is going to be our newest park. We've been working on it for several years. Really nice. We did acquire this property through a grant from the Department of Natural Resources. So we matched Novi taxpayer dollars with DNR funds to acquire it. And now we're going to be opening first of its kind. It's a nature-based park, some very short nature trails, a very unique nature playscape. We actually used materials from the park to create some of these items. So it's all natural wood features, nothing like it in Novi at all.
So let's tell everybody where that is, because it's called, it always makes me laugh. It's called Novi's Northwest Park, but it's not north of 96. Where's it located?
It's on 12 Mile and basically in between Catholic Central and the Andalina Ridge subdivision.
Okay.
And right across the street, north, is Wixom.
Is Wixom, right? So it is north in Novi at that section.
Yes.
If you would. So you guys are busy. I mean, those are some big things that are going on. A lot of construction, a few new items that are going to pop up. And I know you're working on a master plan update, which is going to be going on this summer.
Yeah, the public's going to have plenty of opportunities, whether it's through flash vote surveys or on site at our superhero showcase, to come and tell us, what do you want to see in your parks? What is the future? What does 5 years look like? Do you want more trails? Do you want more pickleball courts? Now's your chance to tell us so we can put that in the plan.
Ooh, I'm going to have to start thinking. Spring, late spring also brings a super, super busy time for you guys. I know April 1st, camps already. Oh my goodness.
Prepare yourself. If
Prepare yourself.
If you want your child to go to Camp Lakeshore or Camp Power Play, have that on your calendar and be ready to get online and book your week or book your days, because we always fill up.
Super, super popular. And if you don't get into one of those, there's so many other camps that are offered, I guess theme-based, I would say, and little specialty camps, be it sports or arts or theater, or something that you can keep your kids active here in Novi. So absolutely. A really busy time for your staff coming up as we enter. Spring break will be here and over before you know it. So I know gearing up for all that.
And don't forget about Sizzling Summer Concert Series.
Thank you. Good too.
Got some really unique things coming this year, including something themed around comic books. So
cute.
Something for everybody this summer in parks.
Okay, and those are Wednesdays at 10?
Yes.
And watch Engage or the city's website, cityofnovi.org, for where those are held. Because I think you try to do a good number of them at First Park, but you moved them around. Lakeshore,
we've gone to
Pavilion.
Lakeshore, Pavilion Shore, yeah.
Yeah, so they do get moved around. But those are free, too, for anyone on Wednesdays at 10 throughout the summer.
Absolutely free.
Anything else you want to leave us with as we close this Now You Know By? I mean, there's a lot of meat in this episode already. Anything
no, our staff's ready. We're raring to go. We love that it's 62 degrees out in the middle of March. So I think it's setting us up to be a really good summer.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for a lot of the new initiatives you guys have and checking it out. ITC Trails, always fun to explore. So cityofnovi.org/parks is a great way to stay connected with everything our parks team is doing. Social media, the Engage magazine, which will come out here again in a couple weeks. Late May already. Oh my goodness.
You know, we're already starting to plan for fall. Sure.
I know. Isn't it crazy? I hear you. I know, right? Well, thanks for joining me. If you haven't been out to one of our parks, please do yourself a favor. Get out, enjoy. There's so much. I'm going to try to stump you. How many acres of parkland do we have?
1,400.
1,400 acres of parkland in Novi. It always amazes me where this bustling, dynamic city, 12 Oaks Mall, largest mall in Novi, you know, e-commerce and everything we've got going on, but we have 1,400 acres of parkland for people to enjoy. You know, when people wonder, you know, do we really value the environment and recreation? 1,400 acres tells you right there we do.
Absolutely. And we added 80 acres alone in just the last 10 years.
So it's crazy. It's good stuff, Novi. And there you have it. Thanks for joining me. You gonna do it with me on one? Now you Novi. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Take care until next time.